Hello! Today I'm going to be reorganizing my entire craft cabinet and all of my art supplies. I'm currently using a very old cabinet that used to be a TV stand or TV cabinet, whatever you want to call it, but I converted it into a craft cabinet. It's not the greatest because, like I said, it's very old, but it's what I have right now and it does hold a lot of stuff. Last summer, I had gotten some smaller storage bins and attempted to reorganize the cabinet, but that was 8 months ago, and since then I have collected a lot more stuff and it has gotten very messy and unorganized. And I for sure have just been shoving stuff into this cabinet at this point, and it's just in desperate need of reorganizing. So I'm going to be tearing my entire cabinet apart, not literally tearing the cabinet apart, but taking everything out of the cabinet and kind of trying to go through everything and get rid of some stuff, declutter a little bit, and then put everything back together and reorganize everything. And of course, I did go to the store and grab a couple new organization supplies. So hopefully we're gonna get a whole new look inside this cabinet, and maybe I won't feel so cringy when I open it and look at the mess going on inside. All right, I'm ready, so let's start tearing this cabinet apart. So here is the inside of my cabinet currently. It is very, very messy. You can see there's a lot of things shoved in between stuff, a lot of things in places that they shouldn't be, and also quite a bit of things that don't really belong. And here are the few things that I got from the store. I got a few more storage bins, a couple different sizes, and then I also got this stackable organizer that has several different sizes of bins, and I could either stack them or keep them separate. I could do a lot of different things with this, so I really like that idea, and it was on sale for only $5. I got all of these bins from Target. Now I'm going to start actually taking everything out of the entire cabinet, emptying the whole entire thing and putting everything into piles on the floor. I had so much stuff, so the only place I had big enough was the floor to just lay everything out into piles. So you'll see those piles a little bit later, but I'm just starting by taking everything out. Then moving on to the two smaller cabinets down below, emptying both of those out as well. These are the biggest places that I shoved a lot of things that didn't really belong. Especially the cabinet on the left had a lot of stuff that wasn't even craft related. And yes, there are a bunch of Legos down here that have been shoved and stored down here from a long time ago. Here's the entire cabinet completely emptied out now. It's very dusty, kind of dirty, so I'm going to be cleaning it next. First, I just dusted the shelves to get most of the dust off of the surfaces, and then I'm going to actually wipe down and clean all of the shelves. And as you can see, the shelves were very dirty, as I showed twice. Pretty disgusting. Here's the giant pile of art supplies and craft stuff. scattered all over the floor. I have this bin that I call my recycling bin, where I keep a bunch of old craft supplies or just random things that I think maybe can be turned into some kind of project one day. And then here's another organizer that I already had full of random stuff that's very messy and unorganized currently. So I have to take both of these things apart and go through everything, as well as a bunch of other bins that I already had organized in the past have to all be gone through and make sure that there's nothing in them that shouldn't be, or things that can be thrown away, or things that I can get rid of that I don't need. Anything like that is what I am currently doing with everything that is on the floor right now. My bin of ribbon was one of the biggest issues because I had so much ribbon, and a lot of it was just like random pieces that had been cut and I saved thinking that I would use them one day. And I had 2 different places that I kept ribbon, so it was just a lot of ribbon, and I ended up throwing a lot of it away and also getting rid of some, so I was able to declutter the ribbon quite a bit. And now I'm just going through my recycling bin. I had planned on making my recycling bin bigger, which is why I have this bigger bin here. So I was starting to sort through it and move it into that bin, but then I decided it was too big and I wanted to get rid of a lot of the stuff that was in the bin and just keep it in the smaller one. So I switched it back, got rid of a bunch of stuff, trashed some things that really shouldn't have been in there, and just reorganized it, and it looked a lot better. Now I'm going to start putting everything back into the cabinet, starting with these wire shelves. I have this paper organizer, or I actually think it was like a mail or envelope organizer because it's pretty small, but it ended up working out really nicely to hold my paper cutter and a couple of coloring books that I had. These are the storage bins that I keep my scrapbook paper in. I have 3 different categories, so that's why there are 3 different colored bins. I have solid colors, patterns, and holiday/seasonal. Then I put my stamps and ink back on the same shelf that they originally were. And then I added my new organizer that I had gotten, the stackable one, and I decided to only use the 3 bigger bins and take all the smaller bins off. I actually ended up not using all of them, but I might eventually need to use them the more supplies that I gather. It's always good to have a few spare storage bins when you need them. Then just adding all of the smaller stuff on the top shelves. I like to keep all the small items or art supplies all on the top shelf, so it's very easy to access. Then the bottom left cabinet, I decided to make my paint cabinet, so all of my paint supplies, paints, canvases all go down on that shelf now. I also decided to put all of the different craft kits that I had back down on the bottom shelf where they originally were. I ended up having to get rid of quite a few because I had a lot, and some of them that I was never going to make, and they were just taking up a lot of space. So here is the finished look. I have all of my art supplies on the wired shelves in storage bins. I also tried to label everything. I only had a couple of printed out labels, so I had to use a few sticker labels, so it doesn't look as neat, but I'll eventually have all matching labels at some point. Then moving down underneath the shelves, I had my ribbon, all of my tape that I have organized by category as well in these color-coded little containers. Not sure where I got this from, but I've had this for a couple of years and have been using it to store all of my tape for quite a while, so I really like that. I have all of my gel pens and colored pens in this bin, and then I have all of my beads in this container now that used to contain a bunch of random supplies. Now holds all of my beads because I have a lot of random beads and bead supplies, so I just put all of that together in that container. Then there's my sewing kit, and in this box I have all of my yarn and thread. Then here's my recycling bin. And then underneath that is a bin of random craft supplies, so that kind of goes along with my recycling bin. And then next to that is my box of photos and scrapbooking stickers and albums and scrapbooking paper, so all that kind of goes together. And then down below is my bin of stamps and ink, and then all of the craft kits on the shelf below that. And then in the cabinet to the left is all of my paint supplies and canvases. I really love how it turned out because everything is much more organized. I don't have anything that's not art supplies or craft related in the cabinet now. So it looks so much better, and I just love how it turned out and how I'm able to just go into my cabinet and not see a giant mess anymore. I love it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Organizing things is one of my favorite things to do, so I really hope to do more organization videos in the future. In fact, I do already have one organization video called Workspace Organization, where I kind of upgraded my desk and my entire workspace area, so you should definitely check out that video next. I hope you enjoyed this, and please let me know down in the comments what other types of organization videos you would like to see. I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you back next week. Bye!